Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Playing today's spawning in the south, we have Bego playing as the British forces, who has Vanguard, Mobile Assault, and Lend-Lease Assault. Teaming up with him is RyuJou playing as US forces, who has Heavy Cavalry, Airborne, and Infantry. From the north, we have MrSipan playing as OKW, Grand Defensive, and BasicNova with Ostheer, who has locked into German Infantry. In terms of rankings, range team, obviously on the Axis side, they're slightly outside the top 200, but their rankings actually almost identically match the enemy team's random ranks, so RyuJou in the mid-70s and Bego around 100 with Brits. So it's a pretty even match. It's just these two haven't played many beyond their placement matches yet either. Bunch of wire coming up there. Shut down harassment options. Nice sandbag there early on though. It's interesting by BasicNova. Wonder if we're going to see a fast 250. Big old wall of sandbags, but the COH2 stalling that. Got a double Fusilier option. MrSipan teaming up with the COH2. A flank here by the rifleman coming in. The machine gun repositioning now. But the squad jumps out. Closing the distance. All these sight blockers making it hard for the machine gun to pick an angle to shoot from. Suppressing, but still got two squads coming around to the side. The one grenadier there, not likely to be able to stop them. The MG staying in. We do have another rifleman coming up shortly. Rifleman got to run right past the machine gun, but then retreating. I think he could have stayed. Just shot back at the grenadiers, waited for that next rifle to deal with the machine gun, but gave up on it. The grenadiers definitely did a little bit better than I was expecting against the rear echelon rifle combo there as well. We're getting some good damage in. Okay, big old Tommy blob. Bego with the 4 squads of Tommies to start things off. Chase down. Being supplied to Tommy's. What was that MG angle? It must have been a big old misclick. Okay, now coming through the center.
Grenadier squad.
Truck looks like it's going to be planted on the front lines, or at least somewhat. It's going to be the mechanized from MrSipan. Haven't seen that for a long time actually. Now an ambulance coming in. So a few of these British units coming across. Really nades. Good dodge on that one. Another Fusilier's coming across to assist his teammate. But the sandbag balls are really working out well for Bego, making it hard. Pushing for the Axis. At least before these guys start to get their G43s rolling. And it's a bit of a tough one, you know, going mass Fusiliers with mechanized. You don't want to plant a bunch of mech rates back at your base, but you also want to get the G43s unlocked, and they're pretty expensive compared to STGs. Maybe there'll be some coordination with the healing, maybe a mid-bunker build or his teammate at some stage. Maybe after the 222. Okay, pretty nice grenade. Fusiliers on the run. Switch with the focus fire late. think with an early switch and a chase, probably would have been a wipe.
Our opponents are seizing a
He gets
sector.
away.
We have been
And I
granted
thought he would
access
chase
to
around the corner with these two
superior
squads with the
soldiers.
Kuwagen assisting. Would have forced a couple more retreats there, but no. Well, dicey retreat now for BasicNova. Rifleman going to chase a little bit. Oh, and they get them close to max range. You can see RyuJou didn't want to chase any further, wasn't going to commit. Ended up catching them anyway. Decent grenade in response. We do have the AEC about to pop out, so this Kubal's got to be careful. It's going to be the first target. Meanwhile, MrSipan, I think, going straight for the Puma. Getting the fuel for that now. Stewart in the build for RyuJou. Shoot mine over here. Oh, there's another one a little bit further forward. So that section could actually die if they run into it. This was no 250 style. Cheeky rifle nade there. Good retreat by the lieutenant. Some stormtroopers sneaking around now. BasicNova though, hurting a little bit from manpower. There's the no tier 2 down at all actually, so no answer to the Stewart that's running around, and no answer to the AC. It's not as much of a threat though. Got a sniper out for Bego as well. But I feel like Fusiliers with the smoke plane can kind of do alright against British sniper play. He's also gone for bolster with these sections. So it's all the infantry upgrades. We do have the Puma rolling out for MrSipan. There we go, chasing away that squad. There we go, trading shots. Kitten for MrSipan as well. We're going to swing. The vehicle fights into his favour. Puma, you know, does have a range advantage, so it's a tough matchup for the AEC otherwise. And it'll be even tougher with that Raketen. Can maybe get some sniper shenanigans, but nowhere close to Viet 1 with the critical shot. Okay, here comes the Puma looking to finish the job on the AEC. Rifleman a little uncertain, trying to get in range for some snares. Sipan dodging away nicely, but still could kill off the Stewart with a few anti-tank grenades from these Fusiliers if they continue along. It's a little bit hurting on munitions. Only has munis for one 18-8 at this stage. Continuing to back away. Looks like the Axis are not going to go in for the kill on that Stewart. That's a bit of a lucky break for RyuJou. Probably should have lost it here. Could still lose a rifleman though. Ooh. Lost vision chasing through that gap, but it does end up going down. There's a big old Axis blob. And it's angry. Sniper still 0 kills by the way. Slow start, very, very slow. It looks like MrSipan going to try to get his tech down over here. Oh wow. It's going for a forward battle group. For both tech options. Makes me wonder if this is going to be like a walking Stuka next. Wait and see. Okay, AEC going to rotate. The entire British forces, in fact, are going to come in to the far side of the map. G43s.
The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
Not the best. Don't end up getting the wipe. Just about go head to head with the Tommies. On the far side though. Stuart staying at range. Still no AT gun for BasicNova, so only has to worry about Fausts. Perhaps the Puma have to follow up. Oh! Stormtroopers pop the accuracy boost, and that results in a wipe. That was nasty damage. Greedies go down low to the Rangers, so trading squads there. Still 0 kills on the Stuart. Must have done a lot of health damage, but not actually getting the kills. He's going to take a Faust here. Lieutenant doing some pretty big damage. Fast retreat forced. Already up to Vet 3 on this squad. They've got the veteran squad leader upgrade. Oh, here comes the Puma. Wants to finish off the Stuart. Oh, he decrewed it. Is he going to jump back in? He is, but he takes a main gun crit, so he can't do anything anyway. Here comes the AC, but the Raketen was back there. Fires off one shot. The Grenadiers rattle off a Faust. Now we're going to see some attack ground action. AC unfavored since its turrets face the wrong direction, but no attack ground so far from the Puma. There it goes now. Misses its shot. The Raketen is rolling up. The Puma going to chase through the smoke. And the Raketen finishes the job. Ouch. That is bad news for the Allies. Did have an AT gun for Bego, but not in the right position to assist here at all. Good coordination though from the Axis. Saw the opportunity to knock out the Stuart and they took it. Really unfortunate for RyuJou that he took the main gun crit. Otherwise maybe he could have popped the shell shot to keep the Stuart alive. Could have been a completely different story. That's how COH2 goes sometimes. Main gun crits exist. Oh, close call, but the Stormtroopers make it out of there. Hyo's dropping a couple models might have just made the difference. Big damage from the rifle nade. Okay, and now a Panzer IV coming out for BasicNova. This is a fast one. He did, of course, save resources. Didn't build tier 2. No light vehicles, so since the Axis did actually have very secure fuel, I think this only got harassed once briefly. Results in a very quick medium tank timing. And the Allies have to be regretting that they didn't actually get too much done with their own light vehicles. They're paying the price for that now. Ooh, that could have been a big kill on the rifleman. Here they go, trying to get away. Chasing him down, chasing him down. MG upgraded. Kugelwagen creeping around with the detection on. 5 kills on the sniper. It's been a slow one. Don't think it's even been a kill a minute. Gonna detect that mine over there. And gonna plant his own mine next to it. This is a rebuilt rifleman squad equipped with the bars. Oh wow, actually put bazookas on a squad of Rangers. Looks like maybe they only have double bazookas at this stage. But it's a decent option. It's, you know, plenty of shot blockers to creep around corners with on this map. And you can close the distance without taking as much damage. It has more open maps. More useful. Oh boy, there goes the sniper, the Fusilier blob just getting stuck in. And overwhelming. Could be a section going down as well. Actually, he's starting to run out of steam. Oh, but he's got the forward retreat activated. So he only came back to here, not to his base. If he went to his base, he would have survived. Oh, Bego in some big trouble. MrSipan getting out of there. A couple mines. Doesn't look like they're going to result in any squad wipes though. So yeah, that was not very strong sniper utilization, honestly. And the forward retreat point backfiring badly.
Point is being overrun.
Not good. Panzer IV did at least get slowed down quite a lot by those bazookas. And equipped them with a third bazooka now. So some big damage. Second anti-tank gun picked up by Bego. Makes me wonder if he's going to go straight for the crocodile. Seems strange, but might work out. Seems like MrSipan also going for some kind of heavy stall. Potentially. A King Tiger. We have the commander upgrade. Not as good as elite armors since you don't have the heat shells as well, but still very strong. Heavy cover walls soaking a lot of this damage. There's a nice volley from the bazookas. About half health knocked off that Panzer IV. There's elite bazookas making a difference. I wonder if this has got... Yeah, there we go. The enhanced tooltips. Showing the boosted up stats. Quite a lot more effective against these mediums. So they're going to try to sneak around the corner. Triple cap against the allies though, so need to do something about these victory points. So he's trying to fire from range. I suppose a couple models are standing out of cover at this stage, but I think that's ideal. Got the Vickers rolling up as well. No munis at the moment from MrSipan. Has just upgraded the LMG on the Obers. Not going for the IR STGs. Some bazookas on the rear echelon. Maybe just the one at this stage though. Major coming around the corner. Come the bazookas though, looking for that Panzer IV. Major trying to hang around. Wants to do some capping with that, ideally. Double AT guns. Big damage on the Puma there, has to get out. And a good chunk of damage on the P4. Major still alive. Don't have cover to cover in this commander, so it can be a bit harder for the bazookas to close the distance on the enemy vehicles. Notice this, but a fuel cache down by BasicNova. He's gone for battle phase 3 after this initial Panzer IV. Really retreat there. Didn't want to get grenaded by the Fusiliers. Looks like there's a Fusilier rebuild as well by MrSipan. Has no vet on it. The question is it going to be the Command Tiger or the King Tiger that he goes for? Oh, no, Walking Stuka cancelled. I mean, the Walking Stuka would be extremely successful against what Bego is up to. Bego going for a Centaur. Nearly 20 minutes into the game. And he's just so close to the Crocodile at this stage. This is a very unusual choice. I suppose it's a more immediate answer to the infantry of MrSipan, but I mean... Yeah, alright. I feel like it's going to struggle against just the Puma and the Kitten. Well, you know. Have to wait and see, I suppose. Okay, I'm going to sweep a few of these mines with the Stern Pyros. Panzer P4. Maybe gonna try clear off this machine gun. Bazookas are nearby though. Here comes the P4. Does indeed force the machine gun away, and the squad didn't end up retreating, so maybe come and assist. Ooh. Nasty ambush there by the stormtroopers, and that was the Rangers going down. Oh, grenades on the rifleman now. Looks like RyuJou for a few upgrades himself. And here comes the Pershing now. Bombardier from BasicNova, but still has no anti-tank gun, so this is extremely risky. This Pershing has almost no resistance on this side of the map. Tries to steal the MG42. Not very successful though. Can jump on that with the Grenadiers. Pershing taking its time. Could have come forwards and maybe got a few shots on that as was trying to be recovered, but did not for it. Got some commandos deployed now by Bego. This is another situation where, you know,
200 points remaining.
the forward retreat point not really too far out of base with the slower reinforced times. It's maybe of questionable benefit. Panther coming across from MrSipan, so more immediate option, not going for the Tiger. Either of the Tigers. Which does mean, you know, it's a big help to his teammate. But maybe he could have just called him the Tiger at this stage anyway. And RyuJou is going to be the answer by BasicNova. This is, you know, sometimes a little bit tough with all these castle walls, but a few of them have been crushed. Open things up a bit more. Maybe he'll have some success using it. Stug and Brumbier. It's kind of a little tricky to micro. Commando's capping down the far side. Looks like the Puma's going to go clear them off. A lot of munis for Bego. Just about there for the planes.
Get fire on that infantry!
The Allies here very far behind on the victory points. They're going to need to pay close attention to them going forwards. Take a look at army sizes. It's actually quite even. Small lead to the Axis now. Pushing. Getting repaired up, taking a while. Second squad of re-echelon brought in by RyuJou to try and make those repairs go a bit faster. More bazookas as well. Ooh, close call. I think one of those AT guns missed. So the Puma's still alive. MrSipan maybe didn't have munis for the smoke there, so that was a dangerous moment. That's what you sometimes have to pay attention to, like, do I have enough munitions to activate certain abilities such as an anti-tank grenade or smoke? And if not, you need to play a little bit more conservatively. Pershing just inching its way forwards. The Brumbier switching into the middle. The Stug's still off to the side. Shots on the Centaur here. He's a bit slow to back away with it. Drop some base howitzers, perhaps. Just some smoke. Double AT guns rolling up. Pershing forced back by the Panther, but here come the bazookas. Some nice connections. Smoke in from MrSipan. Doesn't want to chase him any further. Saw the Brumbier there as well. Worried about the bazookas. Getting smashed. But the Allies, they need to do something about these victory points. This is well covered. Should be able to defeat these units quite comfortably. So, RyuJou, though, making some progress on the far side. Just bouncing there. And yeah, Bego can't do much. Maybe could drop the planes down to open this up. Be a decent option. So he's going to have another attempt through the center, but the Rakit really hasn't moved. Okay, here comes the Pershing. Setting up the 50 cal to cover. Still getting repaired out the back. Centaur going to come across. Pushing in with the AAT guns as well. The Puma and the Panther both on the far side, so room for Bego to get some work done. And still assist with the planes, but he brings them in on his side of the map. So not going to help against this massive force from the Axis. Bad coordination there. Get some suppression in, so that does clear the way for the commandos, but the anti-tank portion of those planes is completely wasted. Anti-tank grenade comes through on the Puma though. The Pershing still quite healthy coming back in. A walking Stuka attack, but AT guns slightly off to the side. Commandos don't end up winning the fight, but here comes the Centaur, and maybe these units are going to retreat back through the danger zone here. One Fusilier goes down on retreat. We've got a Comet up here now for Bego as well. I do think it's a bit of a waste to go for this commander. Not make use of the Crocodile. It felt like such a good Croc game. The AAT guns as well, but oh, there we go. That's what I was talking about. The planes come back in, resulting in another wipe. MrSipan just getting hammered right now while all of his units are on the other side of the map, or his tanks at least. One shot on the Centaur, but he's going to get out of there. We've got a Werfer coming in. Doesn't quite knock out the Vickers though. Some British base howitzer fires coming in, so this could be the end of MrSipan's battle group. Oh, there we go. Good frag bombs. Section goes down on retreat. Panther not popping the blitz. He's got the extra sight from the commander vision. I think if he popped blitz for that chase, I think he could have knocked out the Centaur there. Just needed a little bit more speed to close that gap. Centaur's not that fast. It does have a little bit of a boost of it too, right? Unicache up as well by BasicNova. There's plenty of munitions, so is MrSipan now. Mission's healthy again, and now a Scott for RyuJou after this Jackson, which hasn't seen any action yet. But still, BasicNova feels very vulnerable to the vehicles. No AT gun. He's pretty much only got room in his pulp cap for another Stug as well. So, or that or an AT gun has not put down tier 2 still. Okay, here comes the Pershing. And Stuka on the other side. Grazing the AT guns, but not the best impact. Okay, machine gun goes down. Pershing making a move on the bunker. There's some bazookas there, but they're chased off by the Bombardier very quickly. And what was that? He decrewed the Jackson and then retreated the vehicle crew. Big mistake. Panther now blitzing in. The Pershing's low. Might even be one shot. Oh, maybe a sacrificial Scot here. Enough to divert the attention of the Panther. Doesn't go in for the kill on the Pershing.
Field reports indicates the enemy is left with only 75 points.
That was a close call for RyuJou. Big mistake. Would have been so much safer pulling back if he had the bazookas covering that kind of move and the Jackson crewed normally. Bego does have the planes ready to go again. Allies are down to 72 VPs at this stage. Here come the double AT guns. Okay, and Bego does drop down the planes. Reasonable position, going to buy some breathing room through the center of the map. Oh, and they catch the Grenadiers on retreat. Wow. Big damage on those Typhoons. Damage on the Panther as well. There we go, smoke on the Vickers. Charge through, but the Comet's there. The Panther is not. Stuka. Oh, there we go. Frag bombs out the back. That was spotted for by the smoke plane. That's a monster connection. And then polished off by the walking Stuka. Big losses there for Bego. Means the Panther Puma combo coming in for some more hits, but planes were still active. And that's some big damage on the Panther now. Second Comet about halfway complete. More smoke brought in by MrSipan, trying to get out of there. Oh, here come the bazookas, anti-tank grenade as well. If the Rangers chase in here, that could be a dead P4, but here comes the Werfer. Ruffman dead. Pershing backing off. Just needed one more shot. He's got combined arms active at this stage. Really strong rate of fire, but playing it safe with the Pershing. Uh-oh. Well, Jackson getting hung up here. Jackson still has the good rate of fire though, thanks to combined arms. Still doesn't chase in any further. Did have the option of trying to fire off the M93 round to finish off the Panzer IV there, but didn't opt for that. Okay, smoke out to push on to the VP. Puma goes down. Bazookas and Pershing see to that. Artillery dropped down by the Panther. Looks like it's going to catch the Vickers as well. No response by Bego. It's now very late. Big damage on both the Comets as well. I think he got quite lucky with the scatter though. Easily could have taken out the machine gun instead, like completely annihilated it. We have vehicle crew repairs and this commander as well. Bego wants to use them. Get those Comets going a bit faster. Axis capping in the center though, and Allies are not capping over here. The Stormtroopers, they activate their ability here. That's an easy wipe. But they do not. Don't go for the tactical advance.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Okay, here comes the walking Stuka. Another pretty strong connection from MrSipan. Just about V1 now. Commando's waiting, ready for an ambush on that far VP. Axis still have a lot of victory points to work with. They're not too far behind on army size, but they have a small disadvantage at the moment. So MrSipan close to a heavy tank. That's going to be the Command Tiger or the King Tiger. That's the big question.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Let's get 3 on that Panther now. Oh, bit of a move here from RyuJou. Pushing. Oh, kind of getting hung up. The Strug coming back in, and here are all the bazookas. Couple misses. Strug's still alive. Attack ground misses there from the Pershing as well. The Sherman does not. So a tiny bit of health, but the Strug survives. One more bazooka, maybe even a bounce, might have been a kill there. Instead of a miss. Oh, and the Rangers go down to the frag bomb, super close to the edge of the map. Not much time to respond. Big loss there. Combined arms active for RyuJou. Big reload buffs. Fresh Strug out for BasicNova. Werf into the center, big damage. RyuJou has to give up that flat base, shutting down his infantry hard. G42 dead though. And Bego dropping down the plains again. This could be tough for the Axis. Could even maybe see one of BasicNova's tanks dying here. There we go, big damage onto the Brumbier. That's nearly dead. Everything's still hanging in there. The Panther coming around the corner, but it's in a 2-on-1 against the Comets. Both war speeding though, and T-gun destroyed by the artillery. Panther blitzing out to safety now. Double Comets. Hot pursuit. Don't get it though. It's the walking Stuka again. Second Panther for MrSipan, so not going for the KT. Interesting. I think double Panthers are a fine answer to double Comets, and especially now that Bego's lost both of his anti-tank guns. Doesn't really need King Tiger to try and wipe infantry. So it's a reasonable decision. Clock is ticking against the Axis though. They're draining out fast here. They're coming out to the far side. Looking for the commandos. Doesn't find them. Here come the double Comets though. He's right next to the capture circle, so even if the commandos weren't there providing vision, would have been spotted anyway. Randy's dead on the far side trying to cap the Sherman. Not even on high explosive, getting some great hits though. There go the double Strugs. Sherman could be in some trouble, but the double Strugs back off a little bit too early. Worried about the threat coming in from the side. Sherman's still ticking. Bazooka picked up by the Rangers. They had a free weapon slot still. Keep coming across here. Whiff into the center, it looks like. Bad scatter on it though. Barely does any damage. Close call on their centaur. A couple misses there for the Axis. Get 3 now on the Pershing. And the double Strugs making a bit of a move here, going after the Pershing. Hit by the blind from the Strugs. But everything's surviving on both sides. Some close calls. Second Panther dueling against the double Comets. Doing pretty well at this stage as it happens. A lot of repairs required now, but it's doing alright. Here comes the walking Stuka. Maybe going for the machine gun out the back. weaker barrages from MrSipan. Still got, I think, one or two major models, but would have been hoping for more. Now the Axis about to tick under 250. BasicNova has a bit of room in his pop cap. Gonna go for a Grenadier rebuild. I think coming out to the far side. I think the recon plane would have spotted the commandos as it was going through. Briefly unveiling them. Springs the ambush. That goes in for a bit of a crush. It's a retreat though. Planes dropped down by Bego. Damage to the infantry. The Panther also taking its fair share, and now could actually be in some trouble because here come the Comets. They're focused on killing off the Raketen though. Second Panther comes in, trying to make it safe. Could take a pass from the anti-tank plane. No, gets out of the air before it comes through for the second attack. So holding on to that VP, and the Axis really struggling. They just about killed off RyuJou's tanks so many times, but just can't quite work it. I do think the Axis should go for a 2-on-1. Just go in for the overwhelm, being the arranged team versus the random team. So far, Bego hasn't really come across to this side of the map to assist his teammate when things have gotten hairy. So Axis should be looking to exploit that. Here comes the walking Stuka again. Decent connection. Take grounds here from the Panther missing. So Pershing's taken a few hits. Jackson from long range. Here comes the Werfer. Going for the machine gun. Damage, but no wipes. Oh, here we go. Centaur making the move. Takes out the walking Stuka. Going in for a bit of a drive-by. And there we go. RyuJou feels bold, pushes in with the Jackson, trades it for the Stug.
We just lost a medium tank.
Sherman's in here as well. Got the bazookas, but the bunker's actually suppressing a lot of them. The rate of fire, though, from the combined arms really assisting RyuJou. Become the one of the comets. This is the fresh comet, the healthy one. The two back at base repairing. Decides to back away. Commandos meanwhile winning. It's the Obers. Obers with no weapon upgrades. Imagine if they had IR STGs, they'd actually do pretty well over here. The bunker buster finally clears off that machine gun.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
But that bunker actually working out very well. Remember, BasicNova was pretty much pop capped. So that was a really good timing to put down a bunker, and did a huge amount of work in that last fight, shutting down the bazookas. MrSipan replacing the lost Panther. It was the lower vet one that died, with the command Tiger now. Pushing down the far side. Here come the Comets. Only the one Stug, and BasicNova trying to push out a Panther here. Does go have the pop cap, costs 18, and he got 16 free at this stage. Camping down the far side, the Axis area, about to tip under 100 shortly. In the time that they've lost like 350. Allies have only lost 2. Rear armor hits in front on the Tiger. planes brought in by Bego again. So much munitions. Do we have one unicache down for the allies? Oh, and there we go. A wipe on the stern pyre. It's MrSipan's only stern pyre, I believe. So his repairs are going to be incredibly slow now. Those Typhoons, man, they are very strong. And the anti-infantry. Still coming in from the side, but a lot of bazookas waiting around that corner. Here comes the Panther now with the Stormtroopers dead. And a bit more popcap space. But Panther's not very much help against all these bazookas. The Brumbeer needs to get some bunker busting, but doesn't have the munis for it. Combined arms active now for RyuJou, looking to push down this far side. Meanwhile, the Comet's getting stuck in. Panther with his rear armor showing. Takes some big damage. Sherman coming to try and clear off the VP on the far side. It looks like BasicNova maybe got to give up on this side. Get out of here while he still can. Mechanized truck goes down to the Comets. Major recon pass brought in. He's trying to avoid taking an engine crit. The engineers are going to get 118 off. And here comes the Comets. They're still pretty healthy. Oh, what's it doing? It's spinning around in circles at just the wrong time. So he was sending it off to this side to assist in the fight, but was needed in the center. Now even the Tiger's in some trouble. Sherman trying to get around the side. Doesn't quite work though. Was hoping for the rear armor, but the Tiger kind of getting stuck on the VP flag. Allows the Sherman to complete his flanking. He gets the kill. Jackson does go down over here to the Stug. Rebuild on the Panther. And gun crit on the Stug. Can't do much. Sipan, this Panther's still very low. Stern pyre to repair it up. 43 points left. Oh, what's he doing here? Oh no, misses a crucial shot. Now the Pershing looking for the kill. Needs one more. Misses the kill shot though. Very good fortune there for MrSipan. The F is ready to fire. So many repairs required though.
We are close to defeat. 25 points remaining.
And calling the GG, yeah, and I think it's going to, 22 VPs left. The Axis don't have many hopes of getting on them. Maybe they've even thrown in the towel. We haven't seen it yet.
Units consolidate. We are down to 10 points.
Yeah, MrSipan had left. GG. Yeah, I don't know. The Brumbeer from BasicNova was arriving at an unusual timing. Didn't have much anti-tank. I'm pretty sure this is just the one Brumbeer he had the whole game, right? Only 16 kills, and he built this as his second unit after the Panzer IV. It's really like not the performance you need from the Brumbeer, especially when you're up against like a whole raft of bazookas like this. You need that Brumbeer to just be smashing them to pieces every single time, but seemed like BasicNova was having trouble coordinating all his vehicles, and RyuJou able to exploit that, doing very well in most of those tank fights. I do think the Axis, they had a couple moments, nearly knocked out this Pershing, and RyuJou got a little bit lucky, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Bego, yeah, pretty weak start. I think overall the Allies didn't get much done with their light vehicles, and that kind of hurt them as the medium tank phase arrived. They were so far behind on resources, going for, you know, all these infantry upgrades as well. But the Axis didn't really exploit that too hard. MrSipan kind of, building a lot of buildings, going for, all of the tech trucks, not opting for the walking Stuka. Slowed down his pressure as well. And Bego just dropping down these planes. I think these result in like 3 squad wipes basically by themselves. That's pretty hard to come back from. Didn't really see too much. The walking Stukas were pretty strong, but they weren't devastating. Just didn't quite get the scatter often. Similar story, the whiff was good, but not incredible. And eventually, the Allies just got such strong compositions in the late game with a bit of resources to burn as well. Axis were unable to overcome. I still think, if they went for some 2-on-1s, the Axis, the opportunity was there to do some big damage, but the coordination was lacking. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like Good Game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.